Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to demonstrate for you the Life Force Energy Spread, which is recommended for the Reiki Oracle Deck and Guidebook. One of our viewers, this would be PBT Kaizen, asked about how to do a spread and a reading with this deck, and this deck is a little bit more like maybe a Lenormand deck. And so I'm going to explain the Life Force Energy Spread. Now you can use, and even the book says you can use any spread, any tarot spread, any oracle spread with this deck, and it will just be fine. It will work fine. But since the Life Force Energy Spread is the one they recommend, that's the one I'm going to demonstrate for you today. If you're interested in this deck and you'd like to know more about it, please check out my Oracle Deck Reviews Volume 1, and you can learn a lot more about it on there. Just quickly, it's written by Claudette Knox and Gina Wilson with artwork by Maureen Wolford, and it's published by U.S. Game Systems. And at the top of my head, I'm not sure what the date is, out 2019. Okay. All right, so again, that's the Reiki Oracle Deck and Guidebook. So when we look at the at this spread, the Life Force Energy Spread, the first thing you need to do is find your key cards. There are a few key cards here, and they are the Inquirer's card, which is going to be either Ona, which is female, or Otoko, which is male. Okay, so you pick one of these, and this is the same thing you do in Lenormand. You pick the male or female card, whichever one you identify with. So for our reading, I'm going to pick this, the Ona, which is the female, and then the Otoko would represent the main male in the person you're reading for's life, if they chose the female Inquirer's card. All right, and then we have the Reiki card, the Kazoku card. These are the other key cards. The Makoto card, which is love. Oh, sorry, Kazoku card is family. The Reiki card is higher consciousness. The Tomi card is wealth, and the Kenku card is health. All right, so, and where these cards show up in your spread is, you know, what they're next to and everything determines how the card will be read. And I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, now, again, the Reiki card is the Spiritual Attainment card. And it adds a degree of spirituality relative to its position in the layout. All right. The Kazoku card portrays one's family members and relationships. And the Makoto card will determine the status of love. The Tomi card will determine the status of wealth. And Kenku will determine the status of health. For the Ona, the Otoko, which are the male and female, and then in the rest of the reading, we'll explain that farther. Okay, so I'm looking at the book now, and someone said that this is kind of vague, so let's lay it out and see how it does. Okay, so it says, the Life Force Energy Spread is the most pertinent layout to be used with the Reiki Oracle deck. This is a very detailed spread that mirrors the Inquirer's current energy. Readings using this layout give powerful messages that aid the Inquirer on his or her journey toward wisdom, freedom, and a harmonious life through observations of the relationships of the cards and their positions in the layout. Again, that's a lot like Lenormand. This spread is designed to uplift the spirit of the Inquirer and keep the Inquirer moving in the right direction during times of challenge, confusion, change, and crisis. So, okay, so let's see. It says thoroughly shuffle, cut, and restack the cards. So we're going to do that. Shuffle, cut, and restack the cards. And then we're going to place one card at the top of the layout. And I may have to move some stuff on my table because we might not have enough room. And in this spread, reverses are not important. Okay. So think about what you are most thinking, what is most on your mind right now. Now, when I do these spread demonstrations, I feel like you're going to get something out of it, whether it's learning how to do the spread or something in the reading that is meaningful to you. Because I am doing an actual reading and it may speak to you. And of course, it's general and you may get one thing out of it. You may get several things out of it. Or you may simply learn to do this spread. And that's fine too. Okay, so shuffle, cut, and restack the cards. Okay, so let's see. And it tells you how to do that at the beginning of the book. Do a couple more. I just like to make sure these are mixed really well. Because if they're not, they all come in like consecutive order and it's like, oh, you don't know if it's really supposed to be that way. All right, and some people cut into 4 piles, some people cut into 3 piles, and so on. All right, so here we go. Okay, first, restack the cards. Okay, so next, place 1 card at the top of the area for the spread. Okay, and we got the Hatsure Ho card, which is Spirit Invocation. Okay, and then it says, this card indicates what is most prevalent on the inquirer's mind at the moment of the reading. Okay, and so we will read the meaning of that card later. It says, the card's meaning may or may not be literal. Okay, then we're going to create 4 rows of 8 cards underneath that card. They're placed from left to right, 1 row at a time. Thus, row 1 will contain cards 1 through 8, row 2 will contain cards 9 through 16, and so on. The left to right arrangement represents past to future. See figure 1 below, and it shows. Okay, so we got 1, and I want to make sure we can fit all these on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let me scooch them down so we can get them on there a little bit better. I hope the glare is not too much. And I'm not sure we'll be able to see all of these at once. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm afraid we're not going to get 4 rows, but let me scooch that up a bit more. Maybe I should have just had this laid out already, but I always feel like it helps you more when you see it done. All right, so there's 8, and I'll tell you what this one is with the glare on it. 1. I'm going to scooch these under here because otherwise you're not going to be able to see all 4 rows. And I may have to scoot these also too. Yeah, this is only going to show 3 rows, so we're going to have to scoot them under each other. All right, but it's more important to get it right and so that you can see, because you really need to see this. Okay, so let's see. And really, what's important is the words on the card at this point rather than the pictures. All right, so let's get it under there. And of course, this won't take long when you do this because you will have a bigger space and not be worried about a camera viewing it all. Hopefully. All right, just bear with me for a minute and we will get these all set up. And maybe the last row we won't have to do all this squishing around. All right. If you are getting bored with this part, you can just skip ahead to where it's all set up and I'm actually doing the reading. I know this is not too exciting to watch. I apologize for that. And let's see. Okay, so in one more row, we might have not to squish them under there like that. All right, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. There's that, and then, okay, so good. I think we won't have to really have to mash the bottom row up. All right, let's see. All right, so there we go. Let's see. So it says, okay, so what's prevalent on your mind is the top card, which is in our case, Hatsure Ho, Spirit Invocation. So let's read what that one says. It says, it's a method of receiving spirit and soul energy. It's a ritual cleansing action that strengthens and purifies the connection to the universal life force. So the main concern is spiritual, connecting with the life force, and raising your vibration, and insight into how the divine works, communion with the divine, and so on. It concerns increasing spiritual, physical vitality, greater intellectual buoyancy, moral stamina, and a deeper understanding of the realities underlying all human action. So the concern of this person right now is spiritual growth. All right, spiritual growth, spirit invocation, being closer to the divine. All right, so let's see. So, it says this row here is more earthly. If you go this way, it goes future influences. This way goes past influence, and then this is the more spiritual direction. So I'm not really very clear on that, but let's go on and see if we can get some clarity. All right, so the Inquirer's card, like I said, was the female card is what I picked. So that would be Ona. She's way down here in the corner. I hope you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Ona. So the cards touching the Inquirer's card on the left side are past influence. So these are all past influences, which include love, master of a trade, removing negative energy, being compassionate, energy exchange, lack of faith, putting your heart in your work. So those are all past influences. And on the right are future influences, which there are no cards on the right. So that's interesting. Cards on the top is what is prevalent on the Inquirer's mind, which would be word spirit, change in consciousness, and harmony and balance. And then and the cards touching the bottom is supporting the Inquirer. And there are no cards on the bottom. Okay, so what does that mean? No support? I don't know. If the Inquirer's card is low in the spread, this signifies that the Inquirer tends to be very busy thinking of all the influences that hang over their head. If the Inquirer's card is high in the spread, then the Inquirer faces many earthly situations beneath him, while emotionally he's feeling on top of things. So I would say this Inquirer right here has a lot on their mind, has a lot hanging over their head. They're not feeling well supported. They're not feeling on top of things. Okay, that would be your Inquirer at this point. Okay, so then we're going to notice, where is your attention drawn to in the layout? What cards are touching the key cards? The cards touching the key cards have the most influence, and we'll go over what the key cards again here in a minute. if the Inquirer is Ona, the Otoko card would represent the most important male energy in her life. So let's see where the Otoko card is. That is right here. The cards touching, okay, and so we would say what cards are touching the male card to see what is most influential in their life right now to wealth, showing gratitude, meditation, and intuitive awareness. So it looks like this male person in the Inquirer's life is into showing gratitude for what they have. Maybe they're into earning money right now. And they're also, though, into spiritual things like meditation and intuitive awareness and becoming aware intuitively. So that's kind of interesting. So you can look at the most important person of the opposite gender or whatever they identify as. You can look at where they are at. So that's kind of cool. Okay, and then it says the cards touching that Kazoku card would indicate the status of the family and how the family relates to the Inquirer. So the Kazoku card is touched here by loving touch, removing negative energy, higher consciousness, and ego. So those are the things that are relative to the family and the relationship to the Inquirer right now. So loving touch. Maybe it's a very loving family. They like to hug. They like to get together. They like to, either negative energy needs to be removed or negative energy has been removed. And then there's the card of higher consciousness and ego. So maybe those are the two things that are influencing family relationships right now. You need to look at egos that are involved. You need to maybe look at how, higher consciousness is being reached, or how higher consciousness can affect this relationship. Now, of course, if you're doing this reading in depth for yourself or for another person, you're going to read the meanings of all these cards. I'm just trying to show you how this works because reading this would take probably a good hour. And my camera dies after 30. So I just want to show you the basics of this and how you can use these cards. Because actually this is really cool. Okay, and then we're going to look at where the Reiki card is placed in the layout will signify what the Inquirer needs to accomplish to bring his energy into harmony with his higher consciousness. Okay, so where's the Reiki card? It's right here. Okay, so where it is placed in the layout, or what is around it, signifies what the Inquirer needs to accomplish to bring his energy into harmony with his higher consciousness. Okay, so this person needs to be compassionate. They need to use their intuition or their intuitive awareness. This is in order to bring your energy into harmony with your higher consciousness. Okay, that totally makes sense. Show gratitude. In other words, be grateful. Gratitude is so, so important in our lives. And sometimes we overlook that. We're like, yeah, I have this and I have that, whatever. But I want. But no, be grateful for what you want, and you'll get more of what you're grateful for. And then family. Family should also be really important to this person right now. So I love this. Okay, those are the things that you need to accomplish or to do to invest in order to bring your energy into harmony with your higher consciousness. Okay. It's also important to locate the Makoto, Tomi, and Kenku card and how they relate to the Inquirer's card and their family card. So, the Makoto card is here, love. So love is right next to the Inquirer card. So right now, love is very important. In some way, love is very important to the Inquirer. But when we look at where the Makoto card is in relationship to the Family card is here, there are some other things between the Inquirer and the Family card. So we need to look at those. So you would want to remove negative energy. Think about how your job affects things, how your ego affects it, and how worry affects it as well. So really this spread is a lot about the Inquirer card and the key cards and what is around them and how that is affecting your family and your main concern, which is spiritual development in this instance. All right, the Tomi card is right here, wealth. And it is pretty far away from the Inquirer card, so it's pretty far away, and it looks like the wealth card is maybe not that influential in the Inquirer's life right now, but when you look at it this way, the cards as they go up are more spiritual, and maybe this person, now I'm just using my intuition here, maybe this person, the Inquirer, needs to look, as things go up, they become more spiritual. Look for a more spiritual way to earn a living, or a more spiritual way to earn their wealth, something that jives with them spiritually, or that they can use their spiritual gifts to do. And the Kenku card, which is right here, health card, it looks like that card is also more related to spirituality in this particular reading. And so, you know, the more, I hate to say this, but the more healthy you are physically, I think the more spiritually healthy you can be as well. Because if you're not feeling well, if you're feeling sick, if you're not eating right, you're not getting enough energy, your chakras are unbalanced, that is going to detract from your spirituality. If these things are taken care of, then your spirituality, if your health is taken care of, then your spirituality can grow and flourish more. And these cards are also the Tomi card, the Kenku card, and the what was the other one? The Makoto card. These two cards, the Tomi card and the health card, and they're all above the family card. So it looks like your family would also thrive more spiritually in those departments if they were. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. Your family would be better financially and physically if they focus more on their spiritual and their spirituality and their spiritual growth. All right, so basically the way you do this spread is that you examine the meaning of each card and then study where it's located in a layout to see how it relates to all the other cards. You know, I hope this helps so I can see how this could be a really in-depth reading, you know, depending on where your Inquirer card is, depending on what your main focus is. And since the main focus of this is spiritual growth, spirit invocation, getting closer to the divine, this kind of shows how your health is relating to your spirituality right now, or to the Inquirers. Your wealth, or your the way you earn your money, your prosperity is also connected to spirituality. Like everything seems to be pointing in that direction, except for love. It looks like love is something that is very, right now, maybe at the bottom of the deck, is something that has been influential in the past, but it's not really, it's not showing up in your future. It's not showing up in the support bases. It's just like not a thing right now where I'm saying like male female love is just not a thing in the inquirer's life right now. If this is okay, so I'm not going to say anything more about that, but anyway, this gives you a basic idea of how this spread is used. And I get that it's vague, but the way the book is written a little bit, but when you look at each card and you see how they're related to each other, like these are the more spiritual, this is the more spiritual row here. As it goes up, this relates to your spirituality more. As it comes down, it relates to the earthly plane more. And the past influences are more in this, and the future influencers are more this way. So I find this very, very interesting. If that helped you, let me give you an example. One, did we read the Hatsure Ho Spirit Invocation card? I think we did. Let's see. I think so. Yeah, we did. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I know I'm going on and on. So let's see what else it says about spreads. There's also a 1-card spread you could do. It can be useful as a spread after the life force energy spread, maybe to give you advice or on its own. It can be used when the inquirer wishes to know more about what's influencing the major areas of their life, such as love, wealth, health, and family. So you could shuffle the cards and say, what is affecting my love life right now? What's affecting my family most now? What is affecting my health most now? And so on. And you would ask the inquirer to choose a card for the major area and place that at the top of the spread. And ask the person to draw 3 cards from a shuffled deck and place them under the area to form a slight pyramid. Okay, well that looks like a 3-card spread there. All right, so I hope, and there is a Reiki symbol spread too. Let me just show you this real quick. The Choku Rei Seiheki. Okay, so let me find this. Choku Rei Seiheki, where are you? Oh, this is one. Seiheki, and what is the other one? Daikomyo. Daikomyo. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this briefly because I know we're running out of time on my camera. It's not showing me anything. Okay, so these are the Reiki symbol cards then. So what you would do for this Reiki symbol influences, you would put 1 card above each spot, and then you would choose 1 to 3 cards relating to each symbol. So for example, Choku Rei would show you where more light is needed. Seiheki would be to ask where in your life are there emotional issues. Hanshaze Shonen would be where is there a past life issue or karma in your life. And Daikomyo asks where in your life you need more balance. Okay, so this is so cool. So you would have your person that you're reading for or yourself pick a card for each of these positions, and you would read that card for the answer. So again, like where in your life is more light needed? In the family. Okay, so somehow there is more light needed in your family. You would read the meaning of the card to see how that would relate to needing more light in your family matters. Okay, so maybe more things need to be discussed. Maybe more things need to be out in the open. Maybe more things need to be illuminated. Maybe you need to know more things about your family. You feel in the dark about things. So that would be that would make sense, a lot of sense. Okay, now where emotionally are there issues in your emotional life? loving touch. Okay, so maybe you are lacking a physical partner at this time. Maybe you need more hugs than usual. Maybe you need to give more hugs than usual. Maybe physically you just need to know that someone cares. And, you know, touch is super important. Loving touch is super important. And I'm not talking about necessarily sexually, but, you know, a pat on the shoulder, you know, something emotionally where you're not getting enough physical touch and you need that in your life. All right, so that could be. Where is there a past life or a karmic issue? And that would be lack of faith. Okay, so maybe due to a past life, or in a past life, you really lost faith. Maybe you lost faith in the divine. Maybe you lost faith in mankind. Maybe you lost faith in yourself in the past, in a past life, or even in the past in this life. So maybe that is something that you really need to work on. And maybe a karmic issue that you have right now involves, you know, finding faith in yourself, finding faith in your intelligence, your talent, your whatever, finding faith in the divine again. All right, so that could be karmic issues. And that's awesome. This is so, I love this deck. Okay, and finally, the Daikomyo card. Where in your life do you need more balance? And this would be friend. Oh, wow. Where do you need more harmony and balance in your life? In your friendships. Maybe you don't have enough, maybe you don't pay enough attention to your friends right now. Maybe you're not getting along with your friends and you need more harmony there. Maybe you need more friends. Maybe you work too much and you don't have time for your friends and you need to balance that. So this is so cool. I really, really love this spread here. And this is called the Reiki Symbol Influences spread. And that's in the book as well. And of course you can go through and read each of the meanings of these cards. And if you, in each card, if you use the Life Force Energy spread, it tells you, depending on where this card is located in your spread, like if it's to the right of the Inquirer, what it means, if it's to the left, and so on. And of course that would make your Life Force Energy spread even more involved and more providing more information for you. All right, friends, I see my camera is starting to overheat. So this again was the Life Force Energy spread demonstration for the Reiki Oracle Deck and Guidebook. And it was also the Reiki Symbol Influences spread. So you got two spreads in one. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so. It's completely free for you. It helps me out a whole lot. Please continue to let me know if there are any more spreads you want to see, any deck reviews, anything like that. And I'll do my best to get that for you done. I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.